Hey y'all, we are back with another dense update. This update is sponsored by Biomax Peptides. Here we go. Danielle Brandon is back to the hot pink hair. Kyra Milligan is not only setting world records with her proven Hyrox mixed relay team, she is also dabbling in some grid league this year with the Sharks. Over the weekend, proven team Sydney Wells, Kyra Milligan, Cole Learn, and Luke Innes set the world record in Phoenix in the mixed relay division with a time of 48:22. Now, this comes just a few days after a team in Manchester set a world record with a time of 47:12. However, one of their athletes was not wearing their time chip when they crossed the finish line, so they were disqualified. So congratulations to Proven Fitness. Someone actually made a comment like, how are they all getting tickets to these Hyrox events? Because I know when the one here in Houston opened, it's sold out immediately. I wonder if they give some of the affiliates tickets, like the games sets aside tickets, probably along the same lines, I would imagine. The Boys Interrupted were back to their regular show. All 4 boys in attendance.
I can set the scene.
I just want to let everybody know the main topic of discussion for the 10 days that we were together.
It was 7, but yes. Our Lord and Savior.
Sorry.
And then Rich Froning, Angelo DeChico, Rory McKernan put out a new podcast, talked about a variety of things and talked about some pet peeves.
Love you, Jake. But like, I think that, like, for me, if we're meeting, unless you're Rich Froning, like, don't bring food into the meeting. And if we're sharing an office, like,
I don't think I even do that though, do I?
You don't, but like, if you did, it would, you know, like,
yeah, but
you got your own set of rules.
Like,
and Jake,
I've never thought about this.
Talked about the fact that Angelo is not coaching the Mayhem Classic. People in the community saying, oh, well, Mayhem athletes are going to have an advantage because they do Mayhem programming.
Some people have said that it is not fair that
you're programming the Classic.
That I'm programming the Classic
Coaching
and that you're
athlete.
programming the Classic.
Yeah.
But you're not programming the Classic.
I don't even know that they were talking about me.
And you can pretty much expect a few things that are always going to be programmed.
There's at least 3 things in my mind that should not be hard for people to figure out. GHD,
bench,
handstand walk, and rope climbs are the 3 that, like, I'm thinking about. Okay, those 3 are probably like a guarantee.
They talked about some of the invites being declined. Rory mentioned he reached out to Taylor to talk about the Rogue Rank system. It was a really good podcast. If you haven't seen it yet, go check that out on the CrossFit Mayhem YouTube channel. Dave Castro announced on his weekend review that the level 4 is going virtual. People who are interested in taking the level 4, you obviously have to hold a current level 3. And James Hobart talked about this in more detail with Sevon the other day on the CF network.
It's to make the level 4 available because we believe there are a lot more coaches out there who can meet the merit of the level 4. And because of how we were putting it out there, we were never going to be able to do that. You know, it's going to take us forever to get to the coaches who are capable.
So if you hold a level 3 and that's something that you're interested in doing, check out CrossFit's website for more information on that. Yesterday on Instagram, Pat Vellner posted that he was having a heart ablation. And the Barbell Spin put out an article about it, kind of explaining what exactly that was. It's a minimally invasive procedure used to treat irregular heartbeats. It's considered generally safe and effective, and it carries a low risk of serious complications. Most patients recover from this within days or weeks. He posted once the procedure was done and explained that he was actually awake when they were burning his heart.
In the 2025 season, I had a few more episodes and I had a couple bad ones during competition. So before the end of the year, we decided that during the off season, I was going to try and get an ablation done and just solve it. Fast forward to yesterday where we went in and did the thing. It's a day surgery, not a huge thing. You stay awake for all of it and they kind of go in through your groin, feed a catheter up to your heart, and then they burn out some little areas so that the electrical impulse in your heart stays under control, goes where it's supposed to, and doesn't start spinning out of whack.
That's kind of crazy to think about, actually. I don't know. Anything with the heart, obviously, to me seems very serious.
Recovery is meant to be pretty short. I kind of a week to 10 days of very, very little. And then, by the 2-week point, it can start to ramp back up again.
So it does not sound like this is going to affect his season at all. He should be back to normal in a few days or a week. James Sprague dropped some major tea on his interview with Sevon the other morning.
So NorCal, maybe Legends games, you know, any side quests.
Maybe I'll go do a couple WFP events this year.
You should come cover me. Come hang out with me.
I'd love to do
I'm
that.
the only one out of the boys doing it.
Just casually, yeah, I'm the only one doing the World Fitness Project. I mean, we kind of knew that Jason Hopper wasn't going to do it, considering he didn't do the finals and he didn't qualify for a pro card. So he's not likely going to be doing qualifiers to try to compete. If they gave him a special invite, sure, maybe. So now Dallin Pepper, who finished second overall in the season with a guaranteed contract of $75,000, declines his pro card. And then you have Justin Medeiros, who finished fourth overall with a guaranteed contract of $55,000, declines his spot as well. I mean, this isn't something that can just be so easily swept under the rug. This makes a statement. This whole narrative last year presented by the organization that athletes wanted more opportunities to compete, athletes wanted more opportunities to earn money. This kind of says no, they really don't. They want to focus on being the fittest on earth and winning the CrossFit Games. And then you add the extensive list of names that didn't even finish the season that we know are likely not going to be doing it. Alex Kazan, Danielle Brandon, Alexis Raptis, Jay Crouch, Maddie Sturt, Austin Hatfield, Haley Adams, who ended up not actually even doing it at all. These are some of the best in the world. So if none of them are doing your season, what can you claim at the end of the year? This also brings up another question. Now, if they have to backfill these spots, does that mean Ricky moves up to second, Roman moves up to third? Does that mean Ricky and Roman now get the contract money that Dallin and Justin were going to get, even though they technically didn't earn it? Who knows? The WFP did release their 2026 season rule book. Now, you all remember last year in competition, Alex Kazan admitted to eating some THC gummies. Very small microdose. I think she said it was like 2 milligrams. She went on to win Indianapolis, and she disclosed this to Will during competition, to which he said, "No, don't worry, you're fine. I changed the in competition ruling." This was not made public until Alex slipped up on a Talking Elite Fitness interview about the gummy. So Will never notified any of the athletes. They never updated the rule book or the drug testing policy. So nobody knew that he had taken it off the banned in competition list. And then Will puts out a statement on May 22nd, once the news broke, which read, "As a part of our evolving approach to substance policy, the WFP made the decision to omit cannabis from our list of banned substances in March prior to Tour Stop 1. I immediately questioned the validity of that statement and the integrity of it. I had a copy of the drug test policy. In fact, you could still go to the rule book on their website at that point and click on it, and it brings you to a Google Doc. And when you open up that Google Doc, the signed signature at the bottom still said March 5th. And I talked about this in an update. Google also timestamps documents when they're created, when they're modified, and when they're last opened. I suspect that they panicked, created a whole entire new document the same day that they put out this statement, that they never changed it back in March. It was their first event of the year. When she said, "Oh, I took some gummies, am I going to be okay?" I think Will panicked, was like, "Oh shit, this is going to look really bad on us to have our first Tour Stop winner get disqualified because she used a banned substance." And I think he changed it right on the fly just for her. I don't think it was ever changed before. And now the new rule book this year, if you go to the drug testing policy link, you click on it, you open it, and you scroll down, it's the March 5th, 2025 document, the original document that they used. So either they're truly that incompetent or he lied, or both.
One day later.
Serious question. Where would the World Fitness Project be without the smear campaign people pointing out all their mistakes? I mean, honestly, you put out your 2026 rule book. You don't correct the drug policy for all of your athletes in the world to see. I mean, you got to see why people think this is a joke, why we can't take you seriously, why we think that you're not honest when you say, "Oh, I changed it back then." No, you didn't. The Barbell Spin also points out that the rulebook does not include the point system for this year. Now they will have 50 pros at every stop. They also don't show what the pro contract money will be at the end of the year. So none of the athletes doing the season this year know what they're working towards for next year. They could assume.
Assumption is the mother of all f***ups.
Are they going to get more? Are they going to get less? I mean, what happens when Adidas and Red Bull realize, oh shit, you don't have a lot of the top 10 CrossFit Games athletes competing in this season? Is that going to affect ticket sales? Is that going to affect the in-person competition? Why are the community divisions going to want to go to this competition if a lot of those big name athletes aren't competing there? The circus show continues. On my last show, I forgot to mention the pro team from the TFX. I feel really bad. Randy Stevens was on the pro team. She was also on Team Density at the 2024 CrossFit Games. So shout out to Randy and her team at CrossFit Bear Down for winning. They absolutely dominated. I think they won 5 of the 7 workouts, and the other 2 they took 3rd place in. So good job to them. If you have not signed up for the CrossFit Open, what are you doing? Come on. You got a couple of weeks. Don't be a procrastinator. Go sign up.
Big brain, not big bench. And when she walks in, whole squad gets tense. She say what she want, no filter, no flinch. Dropping CrossFit T with a snatch and a twist.
That dense bitch.